Welcome to Step Out Sis, the podcast where we grow, heal, and walk confidently in God's calling. I am your host, Sharon. Last week, we talked about Psalms 23 and God's invitation to rest in green pastures. We talked about slowing down, allowing God to make us lie down, and recognizing that our lives cannot be all obligations. And then something happened. The day before the episode launched, I became so dizzy that I had to sit down immediately because I felt like I might pass out. I ended up taking the entire day off. I slept, I rested, I slowed down, and honestly, I didn't have much of a choice. As I sat there, I couldn't help but laugh a little and think, Lord, I just told these women to lie down in green pastures, and now I'm about to pass out in my own. And that's when I realized something. This message isn't just for you, it's for me too. The truth is, this entire summer series was born out of my own need for recalibration. Like many women, I know how to keep going. I know how to push through. I know how to show up. I know how to carry responsibility. I know how to be productive. But I'm learning that just because I can keep pushing doesn't mean I should. Sometimes our body starts saying what our mouths refuse to admit. Sometimes our bodies warn us before they shut down. And that's what I want to talk about today. Last week, we focused on green pastures. And this week, I want us to focus on the still waters. David said, He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. Notice who does the restoring. David doesn't say the vacation restores my soul. He doesn't say the day off restores my soul. He doesn't say the nap restores my soul. He says He restores my soul. The shepherd is the source. Now, don't get me wrong. Take the vacation. Get your sleep. Drink the water. Take care of your body. Those things matter, but those things are tools. They are not the shepherd. Because sometimes what is depleted isn't just your body, it's your soul. And only God can restore that. I think sometimes we become so productivity minded that we even make rest about productivity. We rest so we can work harder. We rest so we can get back to the assignment. We rest so we can keep producing. But what if God restores us simply because He loves us? What if the still waters aren't preparation for another assignment? What if they're an invitation? An invitation to enjoy His presence, to experience His goodness, to breathe, to be still, to enjoy the life He has given us. Sis, let me ask you something. What kind of person are you when it comes to the gas tank? Are you the person who fills up when you get to half a tank? Or are you the person who drives around with the warning light on? You know exactly how many miles you have left. You're calculating, you're stretching it, you're telling yourself you'll stop later, and somehow you keep squeezing a few more miles out of that tank. But eventually, the car stops. Not because it's weak, not because it's broken, but because it wasn't designed to run without fuel. And I think many of us are living our lives that way. We're tired, but we keep going. We're overwhelmed, but we keep saying yes. We're emotionally depleted, but we keep pushing because we don't think we have to stop. But eventually, our bodies make that decision for us. The anxiety gets louder. The exhaustion gets heavier. The irritability increases. The joy disappears because our bodies often warn us before they shut down. I remember watching Dr. Phil years ago, and one of his signature questions was simple. How's that working for you? And honestly, I think that's a question many of us need to ask ourselves. Yes, you're getting things done, but how's that working for you? Is it affecting your health? Is it affecting your sleep? Is it affecting your relationships? Is it affecting your peace? Is it affecting your time with God? Are you actually enjoying your life? Or are you simply managing tasks? Because there's a difference between living and task living. Task living is always asking what's next. Living asks what's meaningful. Task living is focused on completing the day. Living actually experiences the day. And if we're not careful, we'll spend so much time preparing for life that we never actually live it. So before we close, I want to give you a summer challenge. Not a challenge to do more, not a challenge to accomplish more, not a challenge to add something else to your to-do list. I want you to take an honest look at your life, your schedule, your commitments, and your routines, and ask yourself, what is one thing I need to put down? Maybe it's an obligation. Maybe it's a habit. Maybe it's unrealistic expectations. Maybe it's something you've been carrying simply because you've always carried it. What's one thing that needs to be removed? And then ask yourself this. If I remove it, what will I replace it with? Not another responsibility, not another project, not another goal. What will I replace it with that will simply bring me joy? What restores me? What helps me breathe? What helps me experience the goodness of God? Because maybe the question isn't, how can I fit more in? Maybe the harder question is, what can I finally put down? And when we get to the end of this summer series, I want you to look back and ask yourself, what did I put down? What did I make room for? And what did making room for joy teach me about God, about myself, and about the life He has given me? Remember, the shepherd doesn't just lead us to green pastures. He leads us beside the still waters, and He restores our souls. Sis, if this episode encouraged you, don't keep it to yourself. Follow the podcast, share it with another woman who may need this message, and leave a rating or a review. Your support helps other women find Step Out Sis. And before you go, visit stepoutsis.com and join the Inner Circle email list so you'll never miss a new episode, encouragement, or what's happening next with Step Out Sis. And with that, I will see you next week right here on Step Out Sis.